ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय राधिकाय प्रियात्मने श्रीमद्भक्तिवेदान्त नारायण इति नामने। वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। संसार दुख जलदस्य पतितस्य काम क्रोधादिनक्रमकबलीकृतस्य दुर्वासनस्य निगृतस्य निराश्रयस्य चैतन्यचन्द्रमम देहि पदावलम्बम्। आनन्दलीलामय विग्रहाय हेमाम्य दिव्य छवि सुंदराय तस्मै महाप्रेमरसप्रदाय चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते। राधा चिंतनिवेशिनं यस्य कान्ति विलोकिता श्रीकृष्ण चरणं वन्दे राधा लिंगितं विग्रहम्। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपीकांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। All together. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare। एक बार जोर से बोलो, हाथ ऊपर करके, सब हाथ ऊपर करो। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। First of all, I pay obeisances to my Guru Maharaj Nitla Vishnu Vishnu Parastota Shat Shri Srimad Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, and similarly to my Shiksha Gurudevs, whose divine appearance day we observing all over the world, every town, every village, every house, and all countries. Nitla Vishnu Vishnu Parastota Shat Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Goswami Maharaj, and to Nitla Vishnu Vishnu Pad Bhakti Vigyan Srila Bharti Goswami Maharaj. My innumerable Danda pranams to entire Guru Parampara, to Rupanuga Guru Vargas, all my seniors, and to all assembled devotees there in Netherlands. It's a great honor and pleasure to be here with all of you. And I'm so privileged that I got this opportunity to speak something on Srila Gurudev, this program hosting by Sri Gaudiya Netherlands. Thankful to Vijay Prabhu, Maya and Shashi Khaladidi, everyone who's arranging this program, and you all are there. This is the house where Gurudev used to come and stay for his writings, for his preaching, and sometimes for his space from rest of the world, his leisure. So I don't know from where to start with. There are so many glories of Gurudev, his memories. I have couple of memories. So there are two ways to understand his glories. And I think some devotees you must be hearing, I'm speaking here in Hawaii, every evening, very high topics, the details of the preaching mood of Shri Gurudev or his absorption of Gurudev, which is totally based on Braj Bhakti, Braj Bhav. and which is totally based on the divine love of Sri Radharani for Krishna. So there are two ways to glorify him. One is to speak his lectures, his preaching mood. Another is my personal interactions with him. I have seen many acharyas, I have seen many gurus in my life. But I must tell you, even though Shri Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Goswami Maharaj is not my Diksha Gurudev, he is my Shiksha Gurudev. But I have a big place in my heart for him, because whatever I have learned, everything I learned from him. By staying with him, he taught me so much and inspired me so much. There's so many miracles happen in my life of how my life changed, how I become, how I try to become a speaker, repeating the words of Gurudev. He's the one who's preaching. I can't even call myself I'm a preacher. I'm just repeating the words as a parrot. So there's some interactions with Srila Gurudev prior to I got initiation, when I was just in my student life. That was a very sweet moment when he stayed my home and I was just a student that time. Used to drive for him, bringing him to program, and was nice to be with him. Will stay at home. I used to take Gurudev for morning walks. So why I'm saying this, not to just express that like I'm something big or whatever. It's not my intention right now. But just to tell that sometimes the close association, it changed complete life. In this speaking of my interactions with him, please don't think that I'm just trying to highlight myself, which comes to in the head and mind of some people with gross understanding. But the only reason I'm going to say these words, my personal interactions with him, is to highlight his glories, not highlighting myself in that. I can speak about the Hari Katha of Gurudev for hours and hours, endless topics, which I've been doing here since so many days. But you know, sometimes very big Hari Katha or big Siddhanta, although it's good to know from knowledge perspective, but it doesn't give so much inspiration in the heart. Whereas sometimes the personal interactions appear so sweet and give so much inspiration to the new devotees and also to many devotees. That's the only reason. So when Gurudev was at my home, one day I spoke to him in one of the morning walk. Only 3 of us were there in the park. In those days, there were not so many people around him. He didn't manifested his like big Acharya Leela at that time. He used to come daily for preaching for Bhagavad Saptas. And he was having followings, but I'm speaking of the Western world following. That was not so much present at that moment. He started after 1996 when he first came to Holland. But I'm speaking about 1991. When Gurudev was there in morning walk, one day I told him, I said, Gurudev, I have something very personal to speak with you. I don't want to speak in front of everyone. He said, there is nothing personal. You can just say whatever it is. I said, no, I don't want to make myself feel embarrassed. I'm a little shy because I was very shy and introvert. Not the way I am like now with all of you. It's totally different scene. I can't even, my nature was, I can't even look in the eyes of one person and speak. That was my nature. So I was very shy and said, Gurudev, I have some personal points to discuss with you. Then Gurudev said, okay, then come around 4 p.m. in my room because all others are sleeping and we can discuss. I came in his room before 4 o'clock and he said, oh, you early? I said, because I'm very excited to speak to you. He said, what is the matter? What is bothering you? I said, Gurudev, there's so much things bothering me. He said, like what? I said, by hearing lectures and by Harinam, I don't feel like staying at home. It's just like I'm fallen in love with Krishna. I want to be in Vrindavan. That was my immaturity to say, fall in love with Krishna because this is something very high. But you understand, a young boy, very new in Krishna consciousness, in bhakti. So we feel, in the beginning, we just feel, oh, we are in love with Krishna. But later we realize, after hearing so much, oh no, that's too far. It will take so many births to come to that level. So I said, I like Vrindavan so much. I feel Vrindavan is my home. Then he said, then what's the issue in that? I said, Gurudev, I want to leave my home and I want to join Vrindavan. I want to go Vrindavan forever throughout my life. He looked in my eyes. You so young boy. I was like 18, almost 18, 19 years old. You saying this? I said, yes, I want to go Vrindavan. Because I'm studying, my mind is not in studying. I'm doing my activities, but my mind is not there. I'm studying for the sake of studying. But I want to hear lot of Harikatha. I want to go Vrindavan. This is bothering me. Then Gurudev said, but what is the point of bothering you? I said, because I'm not sure if I'm able to manage staying in Vrindavan Dham. In the beginning, Gurudev said, yes, I think it's difficult because the lifestyle you're staying, you have big house, you have servant, you have cars, your father is rich, you have all facilities. So you will not get all these facilities in Vrindavan Dham. You will not get all these facilities in Gaudiya Math. You are born and raised in such facilities here, luxuries. I said, Gurudev, that's not the matter. That is not the point. I can stay wherever I can. I'm very strong. I'm very strong. But I want from your experience, shall I go to Vrindavan or not? What is your experience? What you have to say, scanning me? He smiled and he said, you know, he said, if you fall in love with someone, you're not going to ask your parents for that. You're not going to ask your parents, shall I fall in love with someone or not? You will just fall and you will just do it. So no permission is required there. Similarly, why you asking and seeking permission from me? If you think you can't stay at home and your mind, everything is totally in Vrindavan, what you waiting for? That's the best decision. But this was very strong feeling in my heart of the words he said to me. If you fall in love with someone, you don't care. People will say something, your relatives will say something, your friends will say something, then you just don't care, just go with that one. So I took this very seriously, but still there was some hesitation because I don't know if I'm able to manage forever through my life or not. So it was like 50-50, sometimes 60-40, sometimes 70-30, going high and low like this. And then when Gurudev was leaving, another incident happened, which I often say this, because these are my memories with him. My whole family came out to say farewell, Hare Krishna, to Gurudev, and I went forward to make him sit comfortable in the car to put his buckle. And seeing all my relatives and friends, my parents at the door, Gurudev said loudly, "Your parents are Vaishnavas, they are devotees. You have to serve them throughout your life." I said, "Yes, Gurudev." And they were all so happy to hear this, that now our son is not going to neglect us, because Gurudev, this Maharaj, I was not even initiated that time, but this sadhu is indicating this boy to serve throughout the life. They were so happy to hear this. But when I moved forward to touch his feet, putting inside my head in the car, and Gurudev whispered in my ears, "But understand who is your real parents." I often say this is a mantra to me. I already have a room conversation with him before that. But then after that room conversation, I was having this mantra in my ears while Gurudev was leaving. And after that, I was not too much into studies. My mind is not in studies. I have to study a lot. That was my favorite thing to do. But now my mind is not there. My mind totally diverted in a different direction. And finally, I came to Vrindavan Dham. So why I'm saying this, I'm coming to the next point. Anyway, if I say too much, then it looks like I'm just highlighting myself. But cutting short the story, when I was in Vrindavan, there was nothing to eat. There was no place to sleep. There was no shelter. Where I'm going to stay, to whom will I'm going to stay, and what to eat. There was nothing. Somehow I managed from begging here and there, like street begging kind of thing for some days. But slowly, some things got arranged automatically. There was no house to stay. Where I'm going to stay, I don't know. There was no money in my pocket. No money, only 25 rupees, which is not like 20 cents. And it was January. It was so cold. So cold. I was not even having a sweater or a jacket. Just one shawl. That's all. And it was very cold. I was shivering. So there was one local Vrindavan Brajvasi. He gave us one very small, like a size of a table, this small spot outside his house for give shelter. Anyhow, long story. But then my parents came, crying and weeping. "Oh, what is the matter? Why you left us? What is this? What is that?" So many things. So I tried to explain them. If I take some decision, I just take it. There's no 50-50. This side or that side. Bas. Finish. It's not 40-50 or 50-50. It was there in the beginning, but when I take decision, then it's decision. I said I want to stay throughout my life because I feel choked when I stay in city and in my home, because my mind is here. So please, I request you, I beg you, please allow me to stay here. They were a little sad in the beginning only, say maybe 2-3 weeks. And of course, there's attachment. But while they're leaving, My father, he gave me a big bundle of money, Indian rupees, for my eating and for my comfortable stay. Take this money, and whenever you need more, let us know, we will send you. I was thinking, and my godbrother Madhapiyapu was with me that time. He told me, what are you going to do with this money? I said, well, I have no demands. Somehow I'm here, everything is managed. I'm getting food 1 or 2 times a day. I got some shelter, and I don't know. He guided me. He said, don't use this money. If you came for Krishna, let him take care of you. And we'll see how he's going to take care of us. This is his decision. Then we came to Mathura to see Srila Gurudev. There's a whole story. I said to highlight this point. When we came to Mathura to see Gurudev, I was in a regular clothes, not even dhoti kurta. And we paid, in those days, there not so many people around him, so empty. I just entered in his room, paid obeisances to him, and he said, oh, you are here. Acha. And then we gave this big bundle of money to Gurudev. He said, what are you giving? I said, Gurudev, this is we told the whole story. My father came and he gave me this money, and I don't want to use this money. And then my godbrother, he said, he wants to rely on Krishna. Want to see how he's managing things. Don't want to depend on this money. Therefore, offering this money to you, you know well how to utilize this money in the service of Krishna. Gurudev was so impressed. He was so happy to hear this. And he gave me blessings. That touch of his hand on my head, I can't forget that moment. It was so divine. These are few small little interactions. You know, I'm telling you, because I speak Harikatha, Radharani's prem, Krishna's prem, very high topics. But these small memories is a turning point of the life. It gives sometimes more high impressions. So Gurudev was very happy. But then I was in Vrindavan. Many things happened there. I don't want to go detail into this. Then finally, when I got initiation, my Guru Maharaj, then he left 1999. I was totally broken, thinking that there is no one in this world. I was so attached with him, and nothing left in this life. Then I came to Srila Gurudev, because I already knew him for many years. When I came to him, he was so happy. He said, oh, finally you are with me. So some devotees said, if he's familiar with you before, why he didn't took initiation from you? Why he came now? So anyone can take this negative. This is all about what I said, gross understanding. Gross understanding. But Gurudev took this very positively. And he smiled and he answered. He said, I like Parkya Bhav. You know what is Parkya Bhav? Like gopis and Radharani didn't marry to Krishna, they married to someone else, but they fall in love with Krishna. Paramar mood, Parkya Bhav. Gurudev said, throughout my life, I preached about Parkya Bhav. And therefore, I like Parkya disciples. Means they are disciples of other Gurudevs, but they are with me. It's called Parkya. Gurudev said, oh, they are my Parkya disciples. So I'm very happy you're with me. And after a few months, he was observing me. Not me, sorry. me and my godmother together. He was observing very closely what is my interest and how I am and all that. And then he said one day, after his morning walk, he came back and he said, I want both of you to work in my publication department. I don't have many people to work on that. And I love these books. I want to produce these books for the welfare of entire universe. Because lectures can be lost. But if books are present, it can go eternal for thousands of years. Those days are gone. When our Goswamis, they used to write books. Our Acharyas, they used to write books and there's only one manuscript. There is no Xerox machines in those days, no scan machines, no laptops. So even just one book was so important. But now in this new era, in this digital world, we have soft copies, we have hard copies, and it can go for thousands of years. It can be preserved. So Gurudev had this mission. His mission is to preach the message of Rup Raghunath. His mission was to preach the message of Shri Rupa Goswami to Raghunath Das Goswami and Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he knew very well books are the basis. Through books, this can be accomplished. Maybe some people will not like my lectures because I'm going to speak very high, but they're going to definitely read my books. So books were like life and soul of Srila Gurudev. So he engaged us in publication department. But I said, Gurudev, I have no experience of publication. I've never ever done. And exactly what I have to do? He said, translation. I'm going to do translation from Bengali to Hindi because most of our literatures in Bengali language by Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Prabhupada. I'm going to do translation. You have to do checking the spellings, typing, editing, composing, layout, printing, all that stuff. He thought I'm very like an updated boy because I finished my degree, everything. But then I said, Gurudev, I don't even know how to operate laptop. I never used laptop in my life. He said, what you saying? You never used laptop in your life? I said, no, never. In our school days, back days, there was no laptops. There was no iPhone. There was no any smartphones. Everything is pen and paper. He said, okay, don't worry. You're going to learn very soon. You're going to learn everything very soon. My blessings are with you. And after 2 days, he handed over me a new laptop. He said, this is for you. Now go and learn. So I was so excited. I started learning some things. I was not even know how to type and how to do backspace and enter. All these things were so new to me. And I got help from other devotees who were very expert. So they taught me and I picked up in just 2 months. And one day Gurudev said, I have so much desires to print those books. I need more boys to work in publication. And there was not many people in those days, 3, 4, just 3, 4 of us, that's all. Then the other challenge came to translate books from Bengali to Hindi, translation. This was again a miracle happened. Then we saw Bengali script. So we are not Bengalis, we are from Delhi, North India. Bengal is totally different part of the country. It's like, different area. So we're not familiar with Bengali, speaking or reading. When moment we saw the script, it's a miracle. Start reading Bengali script. It was such a turning point. So translating books, then typing, composing, layout, everything. He engaged. It's an honor to get this service from Gurudev. A disciple should not feel, oh, it's a burden. Why Gurudev is just giving so much seva, so much seva, so much seva all the time? A disciple should feel this is honor to me. Actually, from my experience, from my heart, I'm saying this. Even if many devotees not realizing today, you're going to realize one day. When you get experience, this is honor. A disciple feel honor that he gave me some particular seva. So from year 2000 to 2010, so much interactions with Gurudev. He taught us how to translate, how to compose all those book seva. And many times Gurudev used to become sick, like heart operation and many other complications. So he used to be in hospital. Me and my godbrother, we were appointed by our seniors to look after Gurudev day and night. So sometime I'm in the night shift, and sometime in the morning shift, serving Shri Gurudev. But I want to share the experience. We got appointed to look after him, but actually he was looking after us. Gurudev was on his hospital bed, and there was a couch next to the hospital bed for the attendants. While in the same room with Gurudev all night and many nights, he became so friendly, like no reservations. Before I used to be very shy and reservation with him, but later on now, I was not even understanding his moods. And I used to do silly mistakes also. Because I thought differently. And Gurudev was too much into fun, happy mood, and joking mood, and sarcastic mood, making fun of. For example, once upon a time, Gurudev Sevak told me to massage Gurudev. So I thought he's very advanced age, he's around old age, and I was very young and I was strong, tough. So I was massaging it very politely, like babies, massaging to babies. So soft. And Gurudev said, why you're so hard? I got so scared that, oh, I'm sorry. Because very new with him. I didn't knew his mood. I said, sorry, Gurudev. Then I went very soft, like even almost like touching him, not even massaging him. Gurudev said, it's hurting. And I was thinking, how soft is he? Because we heard Gurudev was a sportsman. He used to play a lot of sports. And also he was in police. Gurudev was a police officer. And police training means it's hard. His body is very hard and strong. But when I'm just touching him, he's feeling hurt. Gurudev said, oh, that's too hard. And I was thinking, what more soft can be this? Then I saw some brahmachari standing there and they were laughing like this. I thought something is wrong. They're laughing on me. And Gurudev turned back and he looked in my eyes. He also started laughing. And I thought, why they're on my case? Why they're laughing on me? Gurudev said, you don't understand my language? I said, no, I'm a very dumb person. He said, this is nothing. I want harder massage. I said, oh, so he was telling me indirectly that he was sarcastic on me, saying I'm getting so much hurt. He wanted hard. So when I started doing hard, I was again shocked. He said more harder. And imagine, I was so young, like I was 27, 26-year-old. I'm going lot of pressure, and Guru was liking that. He said, yes, this is good. I want like this. So strong, so hard, but very soft in his heart. Strong and hard from outside, but from heart so soft. I have seen the hard side of Gurudev and I also seen the soft side of Gurudev. Hard side means, chastising, correcting, even pulling ears, even slapping. Very harsh. And the soft corner, amazing. Unparalleled. You can't see anywhere like this. If anyone do any mistake, Gurudev said, I can't kick that person out from my temple. I can't just tell him to leave. There is no word leaving in the dictionary of Gurudev. Never ever. I've seen worst cases. Guru is very angry, but he never told anyone to leave the mud, to leave him, because he was having such big heart, with this idea that after so many lifetimes, he's getting this opportunity to come to me. And how can I just tell him to leave? Always forgiving nature, always. Forgiveness, the nature of forgiveness shows big heart. Gurudev was having this big heart, always taking care of his disciple. And not only his disciple, but all the devotees, because big heart for everyone. So when I used to be in the hospital room with him, I was sleeping next to him on the couch. He chastising me. Why you not sleeping? You will get sick if you don't sleep. And I was thinking that, and I said, Gurudev, we are appointed here to look after you. He said, that's fine, but I want you to sleep. 1 night, 2 nights, 3 nights is fine. But I have to stay in this hospital room for so many days. If you won't sleep, you'll get sick. And my heart melted, thinking that I'm here to look after him, but actually he's looking after me. He's not thinking about his sickness. He's thinking about if I will get sick. Can you see in this Delhi so much love? Not caring for himself, caring for us. Then I said, yes, Gurudev. He said, no, this is my order. You have to sleep. I said, okay. He said, I'm going to call you if I need something. You go sleep. So I used to be my hands like this and watching, because I have to make him satisfied. Otherwise, he was getting so angry and upset. So he's looking at me, and I was looking at him, and Gurudev was like sleeping, and sometimes he opened his eyes. I got alert that his eyes are open. And then he turned his face around to look if I'm sleeping or not. When he's turning his face around, I just close my eyes like this, pretending I'm sleeping. And then, without giving me disturbance in my sleep, because my sleep is very sensitive, without giving any disturbance in my sleep, Gurudev is taking support of his bed. So much difficulty, he's getting up, wearing his shoes. He needs to go to restroom. And Now I'm thinking, what shall I do? If I go hold his hands, which I was doing every night, every time, holding his hands and taking him to a restroom. Or if he needs water, I was giving water to him. If I go, then he will shout at me, upset at me, then he'll be not happy. So I'll just observing him. Gurudev, he was walking imbalance because he was very weak. When he went into restroom, then I came running, and I was just standing behind him while he was in his restroom. He was passing urine, and I was just behind him. He didn't notice me that I'm behind him. And that fear, the fear which I was having in my mind, that happened actually. He got a blackout. Understand blackout? He just faint. And luckily I was behind him, and I just holded him like this. Brought him to the bed. In the morning, then I complained to my seniors. He's not listening, and this is what happened. And they, Gurudev Sevaks, you know them, some of you, angry and upset on Gurudev. Is it appropriate that you can be upset to your Gurudev also? Yes. When the love is very high, when there is no reservations, and you feel rights, you feel rights because you're possessive about him, then you can also chastise him. But the chastisement have to be full of love, affection, and respect. Because he's not your friend. He's not on the same level as you. Why this chastisement? He's so senior. He's Gurudev. With this example of how Yashoda Maya, she chastised Krishna. Krishna is Supreme Lord. No one can chastise him. But Yashoda Maya affection is so high that she chastised Krishna. So that chastisement means actually not the word chastisement, but there's a lot of love, there's a lot of affection, all that things together, a lot of emotions, and caring for his health. So Sevaks were like telling him, why are you so stubborn? These boys are here to serve you, to look after you. Why are you getting upset if they're not sleeping? They sleep all day. They are here to look after you in the night. But the Gurudev said, even if they're sleeping in the daytime, but night sleep is very important. I don't want to see them sick because they have to work in my publication. There was tears in my eyes to hear this. So much love he has, so much big heart he has, so much caring for us and not caring for himself, even in that state. But then he said, okay, I understand. I'm not going to say no anymore. Because this happened, no? Luckily, I was behind him. Luckily. Otherwise, imagine, he would have fallen on the ground. Then he realized that, no, he needs someone all the time with him. Then he realized this. And after that, he never stopped. He never told me to go sleep. I was sitting, lying down, chanting, just looking at him. That hospital room interactions with him was very, very sweet. You become so intimate and friendly with him. That for a moment I forgot that he's even Gurudev. For a moment I even forgot that. Once upon a time I was lying down, sleeping, and Gurudev called me. Krishna Kripa. My name was Krishna Kripa. I heard, but I was like very tired. Oh, Krishna Kripa. Kriparam, get up. It's morning now. Kriparam. Like we have nicknames. Gurudev called me like that. It was so sweet. Okay, give me water. And after that, he was very open. He always asking me those sevaks for certain things. He never tried his own. You know? In the midnight, he used to write books. So I'm not speaking about the hospital story anymore. That's done. But in other times when we are with him in preaching, North India, some other territories, he used to get up 3 o'clock in the night. His sevak used to sleep in the same room. But Gurudev, he didn't want to disturb his sevak. He's getting up so quiet, taking his, like kids at home, they have a dining table to eat, the small wooden table. Gurudev used to have that dining small table for writings. He himself going, open his suitcase and bringing that table, set up his table, bringing books, pen, everything, his glasses, start writing in the midnight, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So when you bend like this, writing, what will happen? He gets so absorbed there. So absorbed in writing that his head is always like this. In the morning when the sevak got up and they asked, how long you working? And he got like a shivering because he was immersed in that writings. Means like he's absorbed in that pastimes while he's writing this. How long you're working? You're writing. And he got like totally a shake. And then, hold me. Because then he lifted his head and his head starts spinning. Because doctor advised him to put on collar when he's supposed to write. He should put on collar. And he forgot to put his collar. For 3-4 hours, he was just writing. His head down like this. You know? That's why sometimes we see his photos, his pictures, you might see he's like, little hunch like this. This happens because of when you're too much working, bending yourself like this. So he said, I got, my head is spinning. And the same day, he promised one of his disciples who arranged a village program in his village, a big program, invited like 2,000-3,000 people, whole village. Gurudev promised him, but now he's like sick. We made him lie on the bed, started massaging him. He said, I want to take a rest. But he's so restless. He's turning here and there. Then he told, call Krishna Kripa, my name. So I came because he was my friend who hosted that program. And because we took Gurudev in that territory, in that state for preaching. It was arranged by me and my godbrother. Because we have some friends there. When we were there, Gurudev said, Krishna Kripa, I promised that boy are going to come his village. But I really want to go. But he's not allowing me. Means his sevak is not allowing me. And I said, no, Gurudev, you don't have to go. It's not important. Your priority is to take a rest. Gurudev said, you don't know my priorities. So even in that sickness state, he's lying down. What he said, you don't know my priorities. He became like very grave. I said, right now, priority is your health. If you're sick, you can't do anything. If you take rest, then you can do so much. He said, okay, I'm bound to listen all of you. but this is not my priority. I really want to go because I gave promise. But anyhow, you all go and ask forgiveness from my part. So do nice kirtan and harikatha. Okay? So you take all brahmacharis and sannyasis. I said, yes, Gurudev. So we arranged cars. Tithi Maharaj was there. He was the main speaker, senior. All cars came to village, and the whole villagers were standing there with garlands to give garlands to Gurudev. When all cars opened, brahmachari sannyasis came like 50, 60 brahmachari sannyasis. This boy with his family members, with garland in his hands, just looking, where is Gurudev? Which car is he? Then I told, come here. I said, listen, Gurudev is not coming. And his face became so pale, so sad. He said, what? Why? Then I told him the whole story. Oh, tears came from his eyes. He started crying. And I gave him a hug. He was crying like a baby, bitterly crying. I said, don't worry. Gurudev will be here with his mind. He will be here with his mind. But we can't trouble his health, you know. His health is more priority than your program. So I was just speaking words to make him, shanti, peaceful. It took some time, 10 minutes. He realized, he became soft. He said, that's fine. We understand Gurudev health is priority than anything else. Anyway, please come inside, start program. He was very sad. There was 1,000 people sitting there. And we were all sitting on the stage, singing, kirtan, lectures. But Gurudev, in his room, wherever he was staying, so restless, so restless. He's so stubborn. And he's like shouting and telling his sevak, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go. My life is for preaching. I don't care about my health. I care about, I gave a promise to my devotee. And he must have arranged so much. He must have arranged so much for me. How can I break his heart? You people have no emotions. Gurudev used to say this. You people have no emotions, but I'm not emotionless. I have so many emotions. If I said I'm going to go, imagine they have done so much for me. How can I not go? Sevak said, Gurudev, the road is very bumpy. It's 1.5 hour drive. It's long drive. He said, I don't want to hear anything. I want to go. So what to do? No overruling. So we did like 1 hour, almost 1 hour, 30 minutes Kirtan Harikatha. All of a sudden, I saw a car stopped at the gate from far distance. And saw Gurudev Sevak Madhav Maharaj came out. And I was wondering why he's here. He left Gurudev behind in this bad health. Then I saw another gate open, the other side of the car gate open, and Gurudev came out. What? Am I dreaming? How come he's here? And there was a smile on the face. Then I shouted to all the devotees, Gurudev is there. Everyone turned back and they saw Gurudev came. Oh, brahmacharis were singing Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Nobody cared for them. They just ran to the gate to welcome him. And they were just singing Hari Bol, Hari Bol. No one caring for anyone. All just run to welcome him. So many flowers, garlands, such warm welcome. And with Kirtan, we brought Gurudev on the stage, on his seat, which was vacant, it was empty. And now it looks beautiful. Everyone was so happy. It was almost end of the program, but it was the beginning of the program. The program started now. And Gurudev said, I'm going to speak 10 minutes. My health is not good. I only speak 10 minutes. Then I go. I'll come some other time. And when he started speaking, such amazing Harikatha. That was Gurudev's favorite Harikatha. Comparison of different section of devotees. Comparison. From Brihad Bhagavatamritam. How Hanuman, yeah, how Hanuman is serving the lotus feet of Lord Ram. But Hanuman cannot sit on the same seat as Ram and honor Prashadam. Hanuman can't do that. So there is a reservation in that prem of Hanuman. Then Arjun, he's so close friend with Krishna. Day and night with Krishna, sleeping together, eating together. No reservations there. So dear. But even then, when Krishna showed his universal form, Arjun folded hand asking forgiveness. Sakheti matva parvasam taduktam he Krishna he Yadav he Sakheti. I'm so sorry. I address you as Krishna. I address you as Yadav. I told you take my chariot here and there. So Krishna was not happy with this. Why there is so much reservations? Why there is so informal relationship? Krishna is not, his nature is not like this. And then Gurudev goes further from Pandavas, then Uddhav is very dear to Krishna because Krishna reveals his heart to Uddhav. And who was in the heart of Krishna? His Braj Gopis. His Braj Gopis in the heart. And this he only revealed to Uddhav, who can fully understand the moods and emotions of Krishna. And Gurudev said, then on the top of Uddhav is Braj Gopis. This is the favorite Harikatha of Gurudev. And the favorite topic of Gurudev is Gopis, the glories of Radharani. He said, no one can stop me. He said, this is my problem. Gurudev used to say, this is my problem. I can't stop, I can't resist without speaking Braj Bhakti, Braj Bhav. Yesterday I spoke here in Hawaii, this Harikatha. The definition of prem. I often say this. Love means sacrifice. I'm saying this from year 2011, maybe 2012, from so long. Everywhere. Love is sacrifice. Prem means sacrifice. Prem needs sacrifice. Prem is sacrifice. But this term, this terminology, this definition of prem is the foundation of that prem. It's not complete prem. It's a foundation only. Just like we build house or we build temple, so we have to do strong foundation. If the foundation is not strong, the building is weak. Prem relies on strong foundation. And that strong foundation is what? This statement, prem means sacrifice. There's a foundation. It's not even complete yet. Foundation. And then on the foundation comes the flooring, means the house. In the house is not just one big room, a big hall, and you just do whatever. You sleep there, you eat there. It's not like this, right? In the house, there are many sections. Living room, kitchen, dining, bedrooms, hall, and many other sections. That looks like a complete house. Otherwise, it looks like a hall. There has to be sections in the house to enhance the beauty of the house. Therefore, prem is sacrifice, is the foundation, is the base. But then on the top of that base foundation is a house which has different sections. What are those sections? Milan and Vipralam, meeting and separation. These are two sections. Like 4 or 5 bedrooms, one kitchen, one storehouse, one pantry car, all this. Meeting and separation, this is 2 sections. And there are many other sections. Like Sambandhanuga, Kamanuga. The section of Daseras, the section of Sakheras, the section of Vasaleras, the section of Madhuras. Sambandhanuga and Kamanuga. Dasya, Sakhya, Vasalya, Sambandhanuga. The Braj Gopis praying for Krishna is Kamanuga praying. This is section. Then there's other sections. In Kamanuga, there's other 2. In one hall, there's other 2 sections. Sambhog Ichamai, Tatta Bhavichamai. Means those who want to become gopis of Krishna, to love Krishna, to serve Krishna, they are Sambhog Ichamai. Sambhog means they want to be with Krishna, to have reciprocation of love with Krishna. Understand? Mood is there to serve Krishna, but want the physical proximity with Krishna. This is one section. Then other section comes Tatta Bhavichamai. No desire to be with Krishna. The only desire is to make the meeting of Radha Krishna can take place. No personal desires there. To be with Radharani or to be with Krishna. The only desire is to make meeting of Radha Krishna can take place. This is another section. Then there's another section. The categories of the gopis. Krishna Sneyadikya. Those gopis who are only love for Krishna, they have not so much for Radharani. This is another section, another wall. This other wall which is called Samsneyadikya. Those gopis who have equal love for Radha and Krishna, but they're more inclined towards Radharani. Lalita, Vishaka, these Arshakis, they have some Sneyadikya. They are equal love for Radha and for Krishna, but little more tilt towards Radharani. Then there's another section which is called Sakhi Sneyadikya. And that is section where all the manjaris are present. Starting from Shirupa Manjari, Ananga Manjari, Rupa Manjari, Guna Manjari, Lavanga Manjari, Kamala Manjari, Vinod Manjari, Ramana Manjari. They have no desire to be with Krishna, never. Even when Krishna come and propose them. If Krishna sees young Manjaris, Krishna come and propose them. The Manjari is chastising Krishna. Be careful, we're going to complain to Radharani. They don't want to be with Krishna. Is that simple? No, Krishna is so beautiful and he's proposing, come and with me. But Manjaris are saying, no, we have nothing to do with you. We have all to do serving Radharani as a maid servant of Radharani. This is the mood. So there are different sections. And then what happens? In the temple, there's foundation, and then there's a hall, different sections, brahmachari room, kirtan hall, and all that, kitchen and all that. And then what happens on the top of the temple? A dome. Big, huge dome. Why is that dome? The dome is there to take the temple look from far distance, because the flag comes on the top of the dome. The flag comes on the top of the dome. The purpose of a dome is to hold that flag. And what is that flag? The flag of victory. I was saying this yesterday. It just came up. I was not even prepared. remembering Gurudev in his Hari Katha, it just came up. This flag is a flag of victory. So when there is battle in a battlefield, that army who get victory, he raised this flag. But here, in this victory, in this battle, not battle actually, but in this comparison of Radha and Krishna, whose love is superior, not the winning party is raising the flag, the defeating party is raising the flag. There's a contrast. You understand my point? So I was speaking some interactions of Gurudev, but now this is the philosophical point. In a war between two countries, say, just one example, Netherlands and Germany is war. They are like neighbors. I don't want the war. It's already happening so much. But let's say, just example, if there's a war. So if Netherlands is defeating and Germany is winning, no, I should not say this. I should say otherwise. Germany is defeating and Netherlands is winning. Who's going to raise flag of victory? Germany or Netherlands? It's Netherlands. We won. Yes, this is a general criteria. But in Radha Krishna, is totally opposite. One who is winning is not raising flag. One who's defeating is raising flag. Radharani is winning. She's victorious. But Krishna is defeating. Understand? Krishna is getting defeat there. And Krishna is the one who's raising this flag. The defeating party is raising a flag, the flag of showing to the entire world. What showing? Victorious is my Radha's prem. My Radharani prem is superior than me. All victory to this prem. I am saying this by raising this flag. This flag of love. The flag of prem. This is philosophical. So if you don't hear philosophy, if you don't read philosophy, you can't understand the depth of this prem rajya, this domain of prem. You can't understand that. So in this way, coming back to the story, Gurudev, he said, I'm going to speak 10 minutes, but then when he get in the momentum, he just keep on speaking. There's just like, I was being told to speak 30 minutes, but I don't know, I think it's more than 1 hour now. I don't feel like stop speaking because it's such a wonderful topic. And what I'm saying is just few memories. I have so many more memories of Srila Gurudev and his glories, but that need another hour. I don't think so you have that much patience. And I also don't want to offend anyone because there are many other speakers who are going to speak there. But I'm sharing this time to time for inspiration for the young ones. Those who have never seen Gurudev, I just want to share those memories to make you understand and realize what kind of personality he was, even with his simple interactions. What to speak of speaking hi Harikatha. Gurudev spoke more than 45 minutes. And he said, I'm going to speak 10 minutes. His 10 minutes is just going Mangalacharan. And after speaking 45 minutes, Gurudev said, so I just said something in essence, in short. I wanted to speak more, but my health is not allowing me. I have to leave. Now I have to leave. And everyone was just looking at him. They became so sad. We don't want you to leave. So in this way, this pastime of Srila Gurudev shows what? What is his priority? Emotions and love of his devotees. Gurudev said, you people are emotionless, but actually it's not the fact. It's not the fact. We had emotions for Gurudev's health. For us, he and his health is priority. Understand? For him, Giving his words to someone and program is a priority. So no one is wrong here. They both are right. Sevak is right and Gurudev is right, but they have different priorities. Understand? This is all about love. No one is wrong. No one is, I can't say no one is right. Both are right. No one is wrong, but it's different priorities. Caring for Sevak caring for Gurudev and Gurudev caring for his devotees and for preaching. Then when he came back in the evening, I was massaging him, other devotees massaging him. So one devotee said, Gurudev, you're giving so much to this world, all these beautiful topics. Otherwise, the loving pastimes of Radha Krishna would have been just stayed in one chest, locked there. You are the one who's opening this and distributing to this to the world. And imagine, he was like so tired. He stood up and raised his index finger. Never you say this again. Never. It's not my words. It's not my preaching. I'm only repeating the words of my Gurudev. I'm repeating the words of Bhaktivedānta Thakur and Rupa Goswami. It's not me. It's not mine. I'm just repeating their words. He's giving all credits to his Guru Parampara. He's not taking any credits with him. Understand? This also shows his humility. Can I take 5 more minutes? Okay. Just 5 more minutes. There's a, because in this show, in this program, I'm only speaking very basics, just very personal interactions of Gurudev, not only just with me but with everyone. Once upon a time, Gurudev was in Delhi, in his mutt, in his center, and every morning, as a schedule, as his habit, he used to go for morning walks. And the rich disciples of Gurudev, having those rich fancy cars, Mercedes and all that, and everyone wants to drive Gurudev. They want him to sit next to him. This naturally a love comes, a feeling comes, I want to serve him. But once upon a time, one boy, he was not rich. He was like a poor boy. And he was having a car, second-hand, old model, without AC car. So everyone used to assemble outside his door. Everyone used to assemble outside his door, chanting, waiting for his door to open. And then they go inside to, Gurudev come inside, outside and taking him for walk. This boy also was chanting outside the door, along with other devotees. Like 20 minutes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. While he's chanting, a thought came in his mind. See the gravity of this pastime. A thought came in his mind. Oh, is it possible one day Gurudev can sit in my car and I can drive for him? I see all others, they get this opportunity. Can I also one day can do this? He's just thinking, but then he's saying, oh, stupid. Why are you thinking like this? How can he be in your car? Your car is not even have good facilities. I should not think this. I don't want to trouble him. And after 5 minutes, the door opened. Gurudev came out. Everyone paid obeisances to him. Then Gurudev came downstairs. And all devotees, they opened their car doors. They all wanted Gurudev to sit with them. And Gurudev, every day he used to sit in car immediately after coming down. But this day, he was not sitting in car and he was just looking here and there. And he saw this boy who was feeling reluctant to come near to him because he was having some profile issues, like, I'm poor. I can't be, I'm very junior, I'm very poor, I can't be with, all the seniors and rich people. So keeping very like humble mood, far. And Gurudev looked at him. Come here. You, come here. Then he's looking up, he's calling. Yes, you, come here. This boy came and pay obeisances to Gurudev. Gurudev said, don't you have car? He said, yes, I have. They all take me every day for morning walk. You don't want to take me in your car for morning walk? And his eyes open, wide open, and tears came from his eyes. He started melting. Tears came in his eyes. How Gurudev came to know my heart. I didn't told this to anyone, not even my friend or any devotee. It was just, I was thinking in my head. Just thinking. How he came to know while sitting inside. And he said, that memory I can't forget throughout my life. He called me and said, I want to sit in your car. And he said, Gurudev, my car is not good facility. There's no AC. Gurudev said, you think I dependent on your AC? Am I dependent on your AC? I'm dependent on your feelings. Your car runs? He said, yes, it's working nicely. So bring your car. I want to sit with you. And that was honor for him. Gurudev gave up all other devotees and sat in his car. Personal interactions. As I told in the beginning, I've seen so many acharyas in my life. And all respect to them. They're not less. But Srila Gurudev was something very different from others. Very, very different. Of his big heart, forgiving nature, loving nature, full of emotions, and accommodating everyone, caring for everyone, and very friendly with everyone. If you're very new to him, within 5 minutes, he will make you friendly. Come here. What's your name? From where you came? What is the meaning of your name? Bas, start speaking with him in 10 minutes. Make that person so comfortable, the person start thinking, oh, I've known him before, even from before. He takes out all reservations, everything out with his sweet reciprocations with his devotees. And after making friendship with him, means comfortable, then he used to give service to them. He was not leaving anyone without some seva. Can you do this for me? Can you do this for me? You should do this for me. Even if you say you can't do, can do this. These are some very personal dealings. There are so many more stories. So many more stories. So when I come Holland, next visit, I don't know, summer retreat. It's many months for now. So I don't know. So I would like to share all those memories of Srila Gurudev. I suppose everyone likes that more, right? More than hearing philosophy, which is also important. But these interactions really touch the heart. So friendly, Srila Gurudev. This is not only my experience, but the experience of so many devotees worldwide. There was also one story. One devotee, he was thinking that Gurudev always putting his hand, because he never used to hold stick walking. He used to put hands on the shoulder of someone and walking. So as his desire, can Gurudev put hand on my shoulder one day? But then he was thinking, no, all the sannyasis have these rights. They are qualified. They are pure devotees. But I am just like an ordinary person and very new. Why he would put hand on my shoulder? His hands on my shoulder. We're just thinking like this. And within 10 minutes, reactions came. 10 minutes. Gurudev was walking, putting his hand on the shoulder of his sevak. And seeing him approaching, paying obeisance to him, Gurudev told his sevak, you go away. You come. And I want to put hand on your shoulder and you take me. And he was like shivering, huh? How Gurudev came to know this? You know, there's so many magical, miraculous stories. And one very famous, which I often tell, is my personal story. It happened at Malaysia airport. Remember this? I told some years back. I will tell some other time. Now it's too late. And I want other speakers. I don't want to disrespect other speakers. They also have to speak. I think Vijay will come on screen, I think, on Zoom, and others. I don't know who all are there. I'm just keeping my Harikatha here. I don't want to leave because I'm seeing.
Maharaj?
Yes.
Can continue. So
Continue.
I'm thinking agree to hear this. So they are now in the mood of hearing this, and now you're stopping. So it will be okay.
No. You have to speak. Vijay have to speak, and there are many other devotees. I don't know who are.
Today Vijay will not be here. Vijay will not be here today.
Vijay
so no, he will come during Nityananda Prabhu appearance day. Then he will come.
Then you speak.
Oh no, no! I'm now in mood of listening. So
no, you served Srila Gurudev in so many ways. So many ways.
No, I cannot.
Yeah. From so many years, you also have so many memories, and Maya also have so many memories.
I don't remember it. I don't remember anything. Yeah. Achha. So you can like 50 minutes, and then we can start with Guru Puja and
oh, achha, one more story then. Because I don't want to stop. Even it happened yesterday. They told me 1 hour, but I was feeling speaking. That's Gurudev's favorite topic. Anyhow, since I was always in the room in publication from year 2000 onwards until 2010, Gurudev was also telling the boys, the brahmacharis, and everyone actually, even the girls, every day you should learn verses. Every day. So I was like, I love to learn verses. Now it's not happening anymore. I'm so busy in my schedule. But in those days, even though I was busy, there was much time to learn verses. There was like so much interest. Just to satisfy him, he wanted us to learn those verses and get fully acquainted with the philosophy, with evidence. So many times while massaging Gurudev, he used to tell, I want you to preach also. I want you to preach, but I never can even dream of preaching because of my nature. You know, like already from my home, a shy kind of boy, introvert, and then in publication department, there's no time to speak to anyone. Just in the room, closed doors all day, no interaction with anyone. In that state, I can't even dream of preaching. Never ever. But Gurudev in 2008, yeah, 2008 or 9, Gurudev said, no, sorry, he was preaching in America, here in Hawaii. And I was staying in Mathura, in the center. So one of my godbrother from North India, he called me, he said, Prabhu, Krishna Kripa Prabhu, can you please come and to Bhagavad Saptah here? I said, Bhagavad Saptah, me? Well, by hearing this, I got some good feelings. But I said, I'm not qualified. I never done this. I know it's a lot of fun there. I said, but sorry, some other time. He said, why are you reluctant? I said, because I'm not familiar with this. He said, don't worry, just you speak Harikatha in temple sometimes, right? This is what you have to speak here. Simple, ordinary people. You don't have to speak much philosophy. I said, okay, if you get my ticket done, I can come. So he did my ticket and all that. I came there. I saw my posters everywhere in the city. I'm feeling so embarrassed. What is this? Posters were there, hanging, like billboards. Bhagavad Sapta, Krishna Kripa Brahmachari. Oh my gosh. I'm not even prepared what to speak. And he just highlighted me like anything here. He said, that's a system, that's a tradition. Bhagavad Sapta have to be like this. Oh my God. I was like thinking what to do. And I was praying to Gurudev, please help me, please help me. I was there, and I remind of one another pastime which happened in the presence of Gurudev in the same city. Okay, now it's going one story to another story, flashback, since you gave me 15 minutes to speak. In that 2009 story, I got a flashback from 2004 story. The same city, we with Gurudev, 2003 or 4 something, and he was speaking Bhagavad Katha. All brahmachari sannyasis, we used to sit on the dais, stage, and Gurudev was on his singhasan, big stone, big throne, big asan, sorry, Vyasasan. And he used to ask sannyasis to speak. Tithi Maharaj, Madhu Maharaj, one Maharaj was not there at that time. I mean, he was preaching somewhere else, not there. So all of a sudden, Gurudev said, so Krishna in Braj, doing some naughty activities, very chanchal, and he also used to kill demons. And one of the demon was Agasur, who was like a snake. So I want Krishna Kripa Brahmachari to speak on Brahm Vimol Leela. Brahm Vimol Leela, how Brahma got bewildered. I was sitting on there and I was just hearing the lecture, and Gurudev said Krishna Kripa Brahmachari, which was my name. And first I didn't give attention to this. But then Tithi Maharaj was sitting next to me. Oh my God, earthquake. The whole building is shaking. We got very heavy earthquake here. My whole room was shaking. This happens in Hawaii because it's volcano. Must be some volcano happen nearby. Anyhow, Gurudev ki jai. God Premanande. Don't scare. I was thinking maybe someone is knocking my door. But then I saw windows, everything's like my whole seat was shaking like this. It's a fun, huh? Acha. So Gurudev said, Krishna Kripa Brahmachari, yeah, this is what happened to me when I heard my name on the stage. I was shaking like this. The Tithi Maharaj said, hey, Prabhu, stand up and speak. Stand up and speak. Then I stood up and I was a little shy and my hand shaking, just like now. I was shaking, the mic in my hand, never ever spoke Hari Katha. And in front of Gurudev, impossible. Gurudev said, speak. And I did Manglacharan, Agyan Timran Dasya Gyananjan Shalakaya. And luckily, few days back, I learned 10, 12 verses from Bhagavatam describing how Krishna was reciprocating with his sakhas, his friends. How they were jumping, how they were imitating birds, imitating frogs and all that. I was thinking this. I learned this. And the same topic came up. So I'm thinking Gurudev knows my heart. That's why he gave me this topic. So when I said Manglacharan, I said Krishna in Braj. Krishna in Braj, he was so intimate with his friends. They were imitating Krishna is imitating how birds are flying in the sky. And I recite one verse. Krishna jumping, imitating like a frog. I recite one verse. Krishna dancing like peacock from Bhagavatam. So I had like 4 or 5 verses in a row. And Gurudev looked at me. Is he reading from something or he knows that? He looked towards me, and when I looked towards Gurudev, I turned my face around. I got so nervous looking in his eyes. Then, Gurudev was doing like this. And he gave me 15 minutes to speak. But when I started speaking, I took like 35 minutes. Gurudev said, bas, stop, enough, ho gaya. Bahut bol diya, ho gaya. I thought I did something wrong. I sat there and Gurudev was very happy. Then I asked Tithi Maharaj sitting next to me, Maharaj, did I say something wrong? Looks like he's not happy. Then Maharaj said, how is going to be happy? I said, but what wrong I did? He said, he only told you to speak some introduction because he wanted to speak this pastime and you already spoke everything. You already spoke everything. And what he has to speak then? I said, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize this. I said, Maharaj, I'm not familiar with the system. To what time and what I have to say and keep left for Gurudev to speak, I'm not familiar with it. He said, gradually you will come to know this. Gradually come to know this, but nothing to worry. And Tithi Maharaj's smile was very beautiful smile. He said, hey, sometime he used to, not sometime, all the time he used to call me friend. Are yaar, friend, don't worry. Very jolly fellow. Very friendly. Are friend, don't worry. Next day in the morning, I took breakfast plate in Gurudev room to give him. And Gurudev said, I said, I'm so sorry. Did I say something wrong yesterday? I wanted to see what he's going to say. Gurudev said, no, nothing wrong. I was so happy, but you have to manage the time. I said, I already know what you wanted to say. He said, you will learn this. Gradually, you will learn this. I said, thank you so much. So in this way, this was over. So then in 2009, the same city, the same location, I got invited for Bhagavad Katha. And I remember this previous pastime of Srila Gurudev. My first experience of Bhagavad Katha. 500-600 people were there. And I was just speaking and speaking and speaking. 500-600 people. I opened up. That was my first time speaking in audience. Inauguration. And people gave me donations. Was not much. Can say like 250 euros only. But it was like coins. And small bills like 1 euro, 2 euro, €5 like this, but it was like this big size bag. And I collected everything. I collected everything and was waiting for Gurudev to come to give to him. There was some emotions. I want to hand over everything to him. So I was waiting, and then Gurudev came and he sat on his bed and I spread all the money on his bed. All this money. And Gurudev thought, so much? From where you got so much money? And it was not so much, only 200, €250 only. But it was spread out like big. Then Gurudev Sevak told him, oh, he has done Bhagavad Katha. And this is a donation. Gurudev looked at me, you can do Bhagavad Katha also? And I was a little blushing there, and I said, Gurudev, I tried first time. And this is a donation I got, and everything for you. Everything for you. So at that moment, I go flashback that when I was new to 1995, 95, when I joined Vrindavan, Father gave me money. I gave that money to Gurudev when I was not even disciple or devotee. I gave this money to him. And in 2009, when I'm with him, I did Bhagavad Katha, the same episode repeated again. I gave all that money to Gurudev. And he was so happy. So happy. He put his hands on my head and he gave me blessings. He said, that's what I was telling you. I don't want you to always do publication. I want you to preach also. I said, yes, Gurudev, yes. What can I say? I know I was so unqualified, no experience, no realizations, so sinful and unqualified, nothing. But in 2010, when Gurudev got sick in hospital, while serving him, there were so many emotions there. And in 2010, December last, Gurudev left this world. When he left this world, I was remembering him. Again, I felt the world is empty. It happened in year 99 when my Guru Maharaj left the world. And I was thinking there's no one now left. But got so much love and affection from Srila Gurudev. So much, more than I expected. You know, sometimes when you get so much love, which you can't even, you think you don't deserve and you don't even expect that, that's a very amazing feelings. Very amazing. You don't deserve and you don't expect, and you're getting like, like a poor person who's not getting food to eat, and you give a big plate of meal to him. In this way, I got so much inspiration. And then I got an invite, 2012, from Australia, first time. Can you please come and do a Bhagavad Katha on the occasion of Krishna Janmashtami? There is no speaker here, and there's so many devotees who come in this temple. So they arranged my visa, my ticket, everything. First time traveling. So from 2012, and after that, so many invites came after that. Then came from Holland also. First time, I don't know which year was that. I forgot the year, but Vijay, Shashikala, Maya, they all wanted me to come here in Holland, because I think they saw me in Facebook or somewhere. I was not even familiar with them. I used to see them in Parikrama. I heard a lot about them, that they served Gurudev in so many ways, gave all their money to Gurudev. They gave their heart to Gurudev. They gave so much to Gurudev. I heard about them, but I was never ever spoke to them in my life. But when I got an invite, I said, okay, I can come. I wanted to see the house where Gurudev used to live, to stay, and the room. So there was some emotions in me. And in this way, the cycle started, preaching cycle. These are some memories, some flashbacks, which give so much teachings to us. Some of you might be thinking, why I'm speaking this? To highlight myself, to tell that I'm very glorious? Not at all. I'm a very sinful person. I'm a very bad person. I'm a very wrong person. But by saying these stories of Srila Gurudev, I just want to highlight how, if you have a desire, a sincere desire to serve, then miracles happen. Your nature change, miracle happens. I've seen the miracle happen in my life. I've seen this. I was not qualified, he made me qualified. On this verse, Mukam karoti vachalam, pangu lange tegirim, yat kripatam vande, paramanand madhavam. A dumb person who don't know how to speak, even he starts speaking. A lame person who's handicapped, disability, he can also cross mountains when the mercy of Guru and Krishna is there. I practically experienced in my life. So again, believe me, my intent is to just highlight his mercy, his compassion, his love, his affection for everyone. On this special day, I pray to His divine lotus feet, please bless me and bless all of us. We can continue our life by chanting, preaching, hearing Harikatha, a lot of retreats. Summer retreat, winter retreat, spring retreat, fall retreat, 4 retreats. Yeah. But let us keep for 2 for now, because you all also give so much love to me. And I don't feel shy to say this. I took all of you as very close, and I gave so much teachings, educating everyone. How to do arati, how to put garland, and many details. I don't want to mention that. But now I see you all are grown up. You all know this so much, all the etiquettes and all that. So it feels so good, feels proud. I'm very proud of all of you who learned so much in few years. And you were not even aware of Krishna consciousness. You were just in the world, in the life, working, earning money, staying with your families. Many of you, don't take me wrong, but eating meat or smoking, whatever. But how so much change happened in your life? How so much change happened in your life? I must say this without any hesitation. The credit goes to Vijay Prabhu. I must say this without any hesitation, without any fear, because I've seen with my own eyes how everyone in the family here, they cooked. Maya used to cook for 150 people. I've seen with my eyes while staying at home. 150 people. She's from morning, early morning, midnight to evening. She's just cooking. For what reason? To get something in return. What to get in return? They were getting money. They're getting what? Because they were in love with Gurudev. And Gurudev told them to preach. So in this way, I'm very, I say, indebted to them. That's why I got so much close by seeing their dedication to Srila Gurudev. I personally saw with my eyes. I didn't heard from anyone. Believe me. I saw how Premanandi working so hard, how Vijay is preparing so hard, how Shashikala is preparing so hard, Maya, everyone so hard, Rasapriya also, the entire family. And then gradually, many of you started coming to him, Gita seminars, and then you also become a part of the family. And then you also started supporting, and I believe you're also supporting now. So please keep on supporting. Together, we can do a lot of preaching. But if you don't feel togetherness, then no preaching. Can't be possible. Don't think if you learn so much, now you're grown up and you're mature. There's so much more to learn. From year 1991, then 2010, how many years? 19 years almost, right? If my mathematics is okay. After 19 years, then I started preaching, 2011. First learn, understand all Shastras, understand all philosophies, hear more and more Harikatha, serve sadhus, be in contact with them, and then the mercy flows. So preach with strong learning, not just only ABCD. If you only do ABCD, and if someone comes and say, what is KLM, KLMNOP? Oh, I don't know this. I only know ABCD. Then what's going to happen? If I say like this, I'm going to feel so embarrassed that I don't know the answer of one question. So first know from A to Z, everything. Yeah, by hearing, coming to Parikrama, coming to Navdeep, coming to Kartik, Parikrama, attend seminars, attend retreats, serve sadhus, be in their association, learn from them. Yeah. And in this way we get trained. And of course, everyone has to preach, but with full training, not half training. Half knowledge is very dangerous. Half knowledge is dangerous. So get some more experience. And please come to Navdeep Parikrama. Please come to Kartik Parikrama. Attend all the retreat programs. There's a very good system of retreat I started some years back. And so many devotees learned so much. A feeling of brotherhood, a feeling of a family under one roof. This feeling comes. Otherwise, we are just lost in this world alone. And with alone, we cannot do anything. We have to be together, hands in hands, shoulders by shoulders, to preach the mission of Gurudev and Mahaprabhu. So I would definitely say this. I've seen this miracle happen in Holland, and I give credit to Vijay Prabhu. Without any fear, I give credit to him because I personally see him. I saw him doing so much for everyone. I personally saw this. Okay, now I think I spoke almost 2 hours. 3 minutes left only. But 3 minutes is there to conclude. Thank you so much, Dankeval. Now I cannot say Nimant Haut Enme. I cannot say this, but I would say I don't know much about this. But Dankeval and Todzins, and yes, and devotees who coming to India tour, I'm very happy. They're writing me, they're coming. I'm so happy you're coming. I will try my best to help you, accommodate you. My team, Vasudev Prabhu and other brahmacharis, they're very excited for all of you to come. And please keep on coming. Maybe next year we can go to Ayodhya to see Lord Ram there. I really want to see that. But we will take a trip there one time. Ayodhya and many other new places. And Udaipur. In Chaitanya Chaitamrita, I spoke the story of Gopal, Nath, Srinathji, that Gopal. We will go and see that. The deity of Shri Madhavendra Puripad. Very, very powerful deity. And all these new places we will go. So if you want to come India tour, still, I think, I'm not sure because I'm not in contact with my team, but you can still contact my devotees. If you want to come Navdeep Parikrama or India tour, please come. If you can't manage to come, then you have to come compulsory in November to India to attend some days of Kartik and to attend the inauguration ceremony of my temple, which was my dream from so many years. It's like dream coming true. This year is very important for me. This year is very, very important for me. My dream is coming true. So if you participate in this inauguration ceremony, if you're participating in my dream, I will be very, very happy to see all of you. So sometime in joke, I say, I'm not going to speak to anyone who will not come, but I'm not joking. I'm serious about this. I'm serious about this. If you will not come, I will not speak to you. And I will decide a time frame, how many months I'm not going to speak, or a year, or can be 2 years. I don't know. You don't know my nature. If I'm upset, then I'm really upset. So I'm telling, heads up, you have missed so much time to think, not to think, but to save your money and save your time to come India, even if it is 3-4 days. So inauguration ceremony is on 16th and 17th November. Okay, 17th night, Sunday night, you can leave because my program going to finish by Sunday evening, 17th November. Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Srila Gurudev ki. So exactly 2 hours. Okay.
Krishna Maharaj, we are very grateful that you shared so many heartfelt Puspanjali to the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev. And we hope to hear many more of this from you and to get your blessings. I'm saying as a blessing of Srila Gurudev that you came today and spoke so nicely, so many teachings in all the stories. So I hope
I'm always there to serve and help all of you. You know, this Holland Sangha is my favorite. You all know this.
I think everyone, so many inspirations also from you, and you're teaching also so many things to us. So very grateful for that.
So you all are indebted to me for what I've given you from so many years. Indebted to me. You have to repay that debt. You know how to repay that debt.
And I hope you will, and I hope that you will be safe there because the earthquake, we saw that live, what happened there. And
this island is active volcanoes. The lava is flowing, still flowing from years. And sometimes it erupts more. And lava is flowing. It erupts more. When it get eruption, then earthquake comes. I heard a lot about this, but this time is practically. I experienced this when I'm speaking Harikatha. Earthquake. Totally my bed and the whole room, books, everything, but my iPad fell on the. So even I was shaking. I thought I'm in a flashback that Gurudev asking me to speak, and I'm shaking on the stage.
Very great. Oh, you're continuing, even though these things happen, still you continue with your Harikatha. Very
For me,
happily.
this is fun. For me, this is fun because you all are with me. All my well-wishers are with me, so that's why I'm not worried. So pray for me. I'm here 2 more days. Hope it will not come again. Then I'm leaving from here.
Please
So
stay safe.
yes, I'm okay. Thank you so much. So now you're going to have Guru Aarti?
Yes.
Okay. Please continue your program. And I also want to see Pushpanjali Guru Aarti because
Okay.
I'm chanting and I want to see how you do your things. You did offerings to Gurudev today?
Yes.
Okay. Very nice. We also having big offerings here tonight. Many offerings, samosas and all that.
Yeah, here we also have feast for that prasadam feast.
Yeah. Lekker. Lekker prasad. Okay. Please, if you want to kirtan or if you want to do whatever, just keep the screen on. Let me see things and
Yes. Yes. Radha Sundari will put there for you, and then you can follow everything.
okay. Very nice. Thank you. Dandavat pranams.
Yes.
Ik wil het even loslaten.
Oh, can everyone hear me? One more thing I forgot to say. There's some devotees, actually many devotees, they're helping me in completion of my project. They're giving me their financial support, their savings. I really appreciate so much from my heart. I say thanks to them for sharing your heart to me. It really means a lot to me because it's not about me, you giving money. It's about my dream coming true, you giving this contribution. So I'm very much thankful to all of you for helping me with this. And but that doesn't mean you're giving me donation and you're not coming to India. My priority is you come there. That's all my priority. Okay. Otherwise, I'll return your money back if you need for your ticket. Okay. Very well. Very well. Is Mamta Didi there?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, Mamta Didi is here.
Okay, okay. That's fine. You continue.